unraveling mode. Yeah. So we're talking about ego and the concept of losing your ego, and you mentally, you're guilty of mentally processing any thoughts, and then the conversation said, well, I feel like I should make a video, so rewind those points as those points. But sitting in the chair while I'm thinking about it is the concept of total acceptability is just that. You have to accept the ego construct. You cannot demonize it. You cannot think it should be this way or that way. What it has to do is it has to have thoughts that are beneficial for everything around. Now, those thoughts, those egotistical thoughts, are not gauged with any level of guilt, any level of unworthiness, because those thoughts are going out for, well, I don't care if they like it. I know it's better for them. They'll find out sooner or later. So, although your mirrors may say, I don't want that, your thoughts about it are, you didn't think about it. And I know it's better for everybody. And if you're not in that world or thinking that way, it's a free will universe. I am not doing it for anybody that doesn't want it. So I'm not even bothering you. So why would I get offended by it? So the understanding of, how do you put it? Manifestations. The manifestations for self, the manifestations, when you understand the term, money is the root of all evil. The money is the root of all evil because it never started to think about what created money and for what purpose. So when you look at it from the tail end and demonize it, it makes absolute sense to undo that thought. But when you look at the creation of it and what it has done to our consciousness, then you know that the term is absolutely true and you accept it as it is. Now, when you've accepted it as it is, in the terms where, all right, then how can I take this energy and shift it? And then you become creative with the thoughts. So you can be recreative with money thoughts because they're not attached to money is the root of all evil. Now, some of us, we want to take away that factor because we have had great discomfort with it through experience. In a conversation today, going down a road where you got what you wanted and you're high on the hill, and then you look down and you heard the cries and your conscience bothered you. And after you do it a few times and you go into the state of justification of why I have and why they don't have, and then that's separation. Any thought of I can do it to get myself better using a system that was intended to separate and divide is participating in that thought. Hierarchy cannot exist in free thought. Once you put anything above yourself, you created a God. You've created something that's beyond your understanding. So, the concept of money has deep, deep, deep roots into a program of insecurity, gathering, and control. And when you look at the laws of manifestation, in the simple terms, if you were to think about the new car, There's not one person watching this that didn't think money immediately. So where are our thoughts really going? It's going to the money. So we're manifesting the lack. I don't have that. I'm going to have that. I'm going to owe for that. I'm going to have to pay for that for 4 years. So these thoughts are coming in. But going back to the ego state, the acceptance. When you understand that you've accepted your thoughts, and what it's going to take is you're going to have to find somebody else that's totally accepted of your thoughts. A validation. You need one other person to complete that. Once you find that one person, a transformation is made. Your thoughts are completely validated to yourself because somebody else accepted you. And then you stop going into analyzing your own thoughts to see if they're healthy for everybody or everybody agrees with you. You only need one solid validation of your egotistical construct, your character, your experiences, how you came to certain validations and points. One person. Once that one person is met, it's an automatic for everybody else. The trigger is all of us have a little trigger here and there. But once you understand that the ones that get it are your best triggers, you can simply agree to trigger each other and go and laugh about it. And that's where the power comes in, because it came to be very clear with some other member in the group. And I was looking at him one night and I was in this high state and I was going, hey, you realize you have your best friend to mirror against? You don't have a guy with a machete in front of you in the ghetto, hard. And it was so clear. It's like everybody has to meet another person to cancel out your little triggers. And we spend times figuring how not to be triggered when we really should be looking at, let me get rid of this trigger. Okay, next. Yeah, let's go through them. And once you do that, you go, come on, trigger me. Right? You know, make an ass of yourself, but not beyond yourself. You know, be the ass that you are afraid to be. And if they get pissed off, you're healing them. If they evaporate, they were not meant to be. If they run and scream, you're healing them. And I know it's very exaggerated, and nobody likes that, and it's not your job to have to do it. But if you can stand solid in your knowledge and know this and do this, and not be bothered by it, and be fearless. You have to be fearless. I've actually met people who do this, but they're fearful, and terrible things happened. I just realized what happened to somebody who was close to the group, the girl that committed suicide, Shauna Robertson. She really got it, but in terms they would say she wasn't grounded. Well, I overheard a conversation one night, and with no disrespect, the Pizzagate thing happened to her.